Hey friends, today we are going to draw our very own robot, and we're going to learn about some shapes and about something called shading. We're going to use our pencils at the end to create shadows and highlights. Shading with a pencil from dark to light. Let's get started. Grab yourself a paper and place it the vertical tall way, please, so that we can fit a nice tall robot. Let's start by drawing the robot's head at the top of our paper. If you're in person, you will have an idea sheet next to you so that you can choose some head shapes from it. If you are at home, you can pause the video to choose the shape you want. I'm going to choose a square. So near the top of my paper, I'm going to draw a nice large shape. I want to make sure that it's big so that I have room to add a face and not have to draw the face really small. That would be hard. The next step is to add head decorations. From your idea sheet, you can choose different head decorations that you want on your robot, or even make up some yourself. But add some buttons and knobs and antennas to the head of your robot to make it look more like a robot. I chose one design from one head and a different design from another to create my own unique robot head. After you've got some head decorations, it's time to fill in the face. The next part of your idea sheet says face ideas, and there are lots of different eyes and teeth and hairstyles that you could choose from to add to your robot. I'm going to kind of use this plankton looking one, but in a slightly different way so that it fits my square head. Okay, I'm liking my robot's head. Now it's time to add a neck with two parallel side-by-side lines. And I'm going to fill the lines in between with curved lines to make it look like a bendable hose neck. And now I'm going to go back to my idea sheet and look at all the different details and shapes that I could use for the body, arms, hands, and feet. I'm going to go ahead and use a trapezoid for the main body. And I'm going to draw some arms and legs with parallel side-by-side lines. I'm going to make him look like he's waving. And to make the arms and legs look bendable, I'm going to fill in the space between the lines with curved lines. After you have some arms and legs, however many you want, it's time to think about the hands that you want to use and then the feet you want to draw. I like the ones that kind of look like plugs, so I'm going to draw two hands. And then he's going to have wheels for feet. So I'm going to use a couple of circles inside each other. Those are called concentric circles, by the way. And after that's done, the last detail we need to draw with a pencil today are some controls and buttons on our robot's body. There are a lot of choices here on the idea sheet. You can use lots of different combinations of what you see or use your imagination and come up with your own ideas. Think about what job you want your robot to be able to do, and then let your creativity fly and draw some buttons and dials on that robot's body. Now your pencil drawing is done and it's time to protect the drawing by tracing it out with Sharpie or black marker, crayon, colored pencil. Okay, remember when I talked earlier about shadows and highlights and shading? Well, we are going to add those things to the head and the body of our robot. So we're going to add some shading on the head first. And what we're going to do is press hard with our pencil and shade in each side of the robot's head with a dark shadow. Once you have a dark shadow on both sides of the head, start drawing a medium ground. It's not a shadow, it's not a highlight, it's the medium color, it's the actual color of the robot, which is silver. And we're going to press a lot lighter with our pencil right next to the shadow. The white part in the middle is supposed to be there. It's a highlight. It's a spot on the robot's face that's getting the most light, and so it looks white. We're going to blend our shadow and our medium ground and a little bit into our highlight with our fingers. And you should have a nice ombre effect from the shadow to the highlight in the middle. Okay, now we need to do the same thing with the robot's body. We're not going to color the controls with our pencil. We're just going to color kind of the skin of the robot. And we're going to press hard with our pencil on the outer edges, creating a shadow. And after we have a shadow on both sides by pressing hard with our pencil, we're going to press more gently onto the paper right next to the shadow to create the medium ground. And we'll leave the middle white. Blend with your finger to make it a nice transition or a nice ombre effect. Ooh, our robot is looking shiny with the highlights and shadows. And now we're ready to add the colorful details. We can color in the buttons with bright colors, the arms and legs, parts of the face, make it really cute. And when it's all done, make sure you give some attention to the background. You could color it all in, you could draw things around the robot, you could use hashing like me, which is filling up a space with short lines. Make it real pizzazzy, you guys. You don't want a boring white background. Boo. After your background is done, you are done with this project, and I cannot wait to see what your robot looks like and what its job is. See you later.